I think you're talking about dominance.
Well, I think women love dominance.
In certain arenas.
Yeah.
No? You don't want your man to be dominant?
On the level of certain areas.
That no matter how dominant he is, he's submissive
Still,
for you. Like, I get my
not
way.
submissive, but respectful. Like there's a level of
besides Sims.
respect
There's a level
that
of
you can
submission.
have for your woman and still be dominant. Some men take advantage of that and think that being a domineering person to this person, like sparking fear or the fear of loss and all these things like ultimatums and things like that. Those are more manipulative tactics for control than actual dominating the woman. You know what I mean? It's easier for a woman to submit to.
Majority of men don't even know that they're not the most dominant one. A woman is usually going to give you the dominance in the relationship.
Wait, what?
They control it. It's just they don't come across like.
So-
Men control the
So late-
If you a good woman, you really running the household, but you making your man feel like you running it.
If you're a good woman, you're nurturing your household.
Right.
You're not.
Exactly.
You're not.
Yeah, you're nurturing, not controlling.
You're
Right.
nurturing.
Yeah.
Because that man walks in with a bad day, the whole
dominating
house is
household
up in
because
a
he's the
roar.
protector and the
He
provider.
controls
I agree with
the air conditioning in the house. Like he could come home mad as all hell and the whole house is messed up. You could come home with an attitude and he could kiss you and say it's okay, baby, and the house is back in order. That man sets the tone for the relationship. So a lot of the times accountability does fall on the man for the tone in which his household is, because the women, we are naturally born to mirror our man. So the strongest you can provide in the house is as strong as we can stand up behind you or next to you or wherever that mirror is. But again, if you're giving us Fugazee, then you're gonna get Fugazee. You know what I mean? So if you walking through the house creating chaos and destruction and you have no control over your emotions and your impulses as a man, your household will mimic that along with your children.
Yeah, I would say that, I almost fully agree with that point. So I believe that a man should be the leader. I do believe that generally the woman is a mere reflection of the man's masculinity in a lot of cases. But there are some women that are just rambunctious. They was indoctrinated by feminism. They think that they're independent. They think that they're superior than a man. They think like, why should I submit to a man? Why should I follow his lead? A lot of women have that type of attitude.
Absolutely.
And those women that have that type of attitude, the accountability falls on her because if the relationship, is sour, that's on her. Like some women are just unruly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I think that all human beings have agency, meaning that all human beings, men and women, we are responsible human beings, which means that we must have a degree of authority, right? If we are responsible for something, we must have a degree of authority for the thing that we are responsible for. So if we have authority over something, the things that we're responsible for, this must means that we must take accountability. And I think even in relationships, even if the man is leading that relationship, women, you still are responsible for things, and you have a degree of authority with the things that you are responsible for. And we know the things that the man would expect from the woman, like being submissive, following his lead, listening, having the ability to defer, meaning that if a decision needs to be made and the man is even confused, you're just gonna lean on your man and say, listen, baby, whatever you want to do, I'll go ahead and follow you. That's having the ability to defer. So that type of woman, if she is not, acting out those actions in a relationship, then she's accountable for, being non-compliant.
Question. So when you say non-compliant
or insubordination, I would say.
Same thing.
In that she's not holding up her end of the bargain.
Right. Now, just say you were a scenario where you're making a decision and the woman doesn't necessarily agree with that decision or doesn't want to conform with that decision. You would consider that insubordinate. But would you think in the back of your mind that is there something that I'm not doing to clarify my moves?
Listen,
with this
if I'm in a relationship with a woman, if I'm jumping off the bridge, she's jumping off too. The thing is this. The thing, let me explain. What? No, let me explain. So here's what I'm saying. No relationship is perfect, right? We know it's not perfect. So there's always going to be ups and downs in a relationship. So this means that the man is going to be wrong sometimes. This means that. And if the man is wrong sometimes and the man has to take an L, that woman takes that L too. She takes the L too. And you know what? When a man has a woman like that, meaning that even on the downs, on the up, she's always riding. It helps the man find his way back on his path. That's what it is, motivation. Like, dang, she was with me even with the L's. It's like, all right, let me get this together then. Because I got this person with me. It's not just me taking the L, she taking the L's with me. But it's like, listen.
No, I'm not a ride or die.
No,
All right, well then listen, you ain't no ride or die.
Drop me off.
If you're a
That's
rider, being a ride or die.
if you have a rider, she will not allow you to jump off the cliff without a safety net. Okay, that's where
Well, what I'm saying is the woman
communication
is the
between-
safety net.
That's what I'm saying.
The
The
woman is,
communication
just by her
between
following the
the two.
lead, is the safety
That's what I'm
net.
saying. So when you get resistance from your safety net, and as a man, like girls, we gonna be little attitudey, little whatever. That don't bother y'all too much.
That's
Now,
not really resistance.
But
Yeah.
the resistance behind the sassiness that comes with it. Do you ever think behind what did I do to give her the doubt in me?
I think that
Sometimes
if
it's
the
not necessarily
man,
the woman.
I think that if the man is a good leader, he's always self-reflecting. In order to be a good leader, you have to self-reflect.
Yeah.
So I think the man is essentially always doing that if he is a good leader. Because you got to think about it. Like, you wouldn't even be following this man if you didn't think that he was a good leader. So obviously you're following for a reason. So if you're
But you gotta
following,
realize he's human. He could make mistakes like anybody else.
that's what I'm saying. Yes.
You're just gonna keep going because he's the leader.
Yes.
He's making this. No, you're making the decision as you tell me it. If it makes sense, I'm following.
Let
you.
me
I'm
ask you a
letting
question.
lead, but you're not about to lead me off the cliff.
Let me
and
ask
I'm
you.
like,
Let me
'cause
ask
you're
you a
the
question.
leader.
There's
No.
many people that during COVID, right? They got laid off from their job because their business is closed, and they followed that manager or the owner of that company to the end of the road. They followed it to the end of the road. They didn't question it. They didn't say anything. So if you can follow another man, a boss, a company, you can for sure follow the man, the dude that you're submitting to and you're laying with. Like, that doesn't even make any sense.
Right.
Okay, so chat wrote, who gave me the red flag? It was you. I think I fully obliterated her worldview. Her rebuttal in regards to women being, she thinks that men should pedestalize women. So put a 1 in the chat if I deserve the red flag. Put a 2 in the chat if I don't deserve the red flag.
Somebody just let him keep this red flag. Damn it. Like, he's gonna try to get them all back,
Right.
no matter what.
Listen, I gave y'all the rules.
No, there's favoritism for you. Or
No, I know. I gave y'all the rules. 1 in the chat if I deserve the red flag. 2 in the chat if I don't deserve the red flag. Let's see.
2.
2. Oh yeah, all 2s. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Oh yeah, all 2s. Yeah, you can take that back, baby girl. Here you go.
Why did you give me this?
Damn, we done talked about 16 different
It's like,
things.
you
What the
think about
fuck?
it.
Oh yeah, I gave you that because you said about putting people on a pedestal about like, oh, my woman this and my man that, but like a man's supposed to be a leader, so you can't he can't put you on a pedestal if you have to follow him. Like, he's the leader. You're following
Over
the man.
another girl though?
I mean, that goes back to trophy wives.
Wait, what? Over another? It's a relationship. There's no other girl.
Well, yeah, but how is she gonna know that?
Cause y'all in a relationship.
Yeah.
Men
It's
cheat
monogamous
all the time.
But then that's
So do
y'all
women.
trust is f***ed up. But like, you should have some sort of trust or something, and he should be reassuring you, and vice versa, that y'all should
But
feel
isn't
comfortable
that
enough
putting
to
you on
know.
a pedestal if he's
No,
making you
that's not
comfortable?
putting you
No,
on a
that's not
pedestal.
putting on a
That's
pedestal.
literally him protecting and providing
Look,
for his
I
home.
would take it a step further. Here's a step further. A man with a lot of options, meaning that you ain't the only option. He could have multiple chicks, but he chose to be in a monogamous relationship with you. I would say that that's actually settling, because for the man, and we have a natural proclivity to want many women.
But you're the one who said that's not an option for all men.
That's why I said I made it specifically a man that has options.
Okay.
So a man that has many options, if he chooses to be in a monogamous relationship, essentially he is settling. So he's doing the opposite of putting you on a pedestal. It's just like, chick.
If she got a whole bunch of options. She's not settling.
It's different because the woman's natural proclivity is not to have many men. You don't look for quantity. The woman's natural biological urge is to look for quality. You ladies want quality. You're looking for the best man. You're hypergamous. A lot of money, the biggest wang, the tallest, the strongest, the funniest. That's what you're looking for, right? So if you get that man, you ain't gonna even be looking for another man. You ain't even gonna think about another man if you got Tyrone that's laying it down and that's paying the bills and stuff. You're gonna be like, okay, and this nigga funny too? How this nigga Kevin Hart, LeBron James, and Bill Gates in one? Like, oh yeah, he's the trifecta. So no, your biology is quality. So if you are in a monogamous relationship, you actually got exactly what you want. If you have options, and most girls always have options anyway. So yeah. Okay. Let me get to the super chats, ladies. Chat. I think 10-0. All right, let's continue on.
So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.